Hey everyone, in the next couple minutes, I'm going to show you how you can retrieve attribute values from different elements on a page with PixieBrix. Check it out. So there's a couple ways to do this, and I recommend starting with the extract from page brick because that's going to be the easiest way, quickest way, but there's another method available if that doesn't work. Let me show you how. Let's say, for instance, I want to get the link that is behind this element, this contact info button right here. To do that, I'm going to open the page editor, and before I can add any bricks, I need to start by adding a starter brick. And you can learn more about these in our documentation. I'll include a link in this video. But basically, these are the different ways you can trigger a mod and the different types of mods you can have. But I'm just going to use a context menu because it's the simplest one to start using. And that is triggered when you right-click on a page and you open up this menu. You'll see anything in here. This is your PixieBrix context menu. So I'm going to call this get attribute. This is the name of my mod. And this is the title of what shows up on that text. You can see right now it says context menu item. I'm going to say get attribute. And so now when I right click, it says get attribute. And anytime I click that, the bricks that come after that will be executed. So we're going to use the extract from page brick. Click that big plus button and search for extract from page. And we're going to hover over this and click add. Now we're going to define this property we want. So let's just say we want contact. And for the selector, if I know the different selectors that apply to this, which I might know from playing around in the elements and searching that and looking at it, I could know, okay, here's the ID, let's use that. I could also let PixieBrix choose it for me. So click this mouse and you'll see different elements on the screen become highlightable. I'm going to click that contact info link. And you can see it's assigned a selector. So this is where it gets interesting because by default when I run this, it's going to grab the text from that element. If you see in extract, it's showing text. But I can also access other attributes. Like if I want that href, it's right here and I can click that. And so now when I run the mod, right click get attribute, you can see that when I run, it produces this data object in my output on the data panel from this extract from page brick. And I'm going to open that up and you can see right there I have the rest of that link and I can copy that path and then use it in other bricks. So for instance, let's say I wanted to open a tab that goes to that. I could paste that value in there. It's actually not a complete link if you notice, so I'd probably need to put something like, LinkedIn in front of it. And so to do that, I'm going to use text templating and paste the link and then wrap that variable in some curly braces. So you'll see here now when I run it, it's going to get attribute, get that, and it's going to open up a new page with that path, which takes me to the contact info. So that's exactly how that works. So if that works for you, that's awesome. If that doesn't work, there's another way you can do this. So let's go ahead and delete these guys. And next what I want to do is I want to use the traverse elements brick. And so this is helpful if, like I said, that didn't work, or maybe you were having trouble accessing exactly that element, but you could get its parent and you needed to nest down deeper. That's where you might use this traverse elements brick. So click that. And then just like we did for the extract from page, we're going to use the selector to specify what we want. So in this case, I'm going to click again. Notice I could have used CSS or jQuery selectors to put that ID in, but I could also just select that with PixieBrix. So next, I'm going to go ahead and run this. So let's do that again. And you'll notice in my output, I have this transformed object with a count of the elements that I found. And there's a specific ID here for the reference for the element. And so I'm going to click that. And then I'm going to add the HTML element reader brick. I'm going to click that. And there's nothing to configure off the bat, but we actually need to go to the advanced options to configure the target root mode, which we want to change to element. And from here, this is where we will reference that path. So notice I copied that. This is how we will reference that input's reference. And so now when I run it, it is going to get that output, it's going to take that, and now it's going to produce an element with all of the different attributes and everything else that I may want to reference about it. So you notice I have a little bit more here than just the attributes. Like if I wanted to reference any of these other specific things, I may have needed to use this instead of the extract from page brick. So that's how you can access data. And again, same exact thing. Let's say I wanted to reference this in a new link. I could just copy that path, use the open a tab brick, and then I could paste it there, or if I needed to prepend some text to it, I could add those brackets. So this is how you access specific attributes and data and information from different elements on a page with PixieBrix. If you have any questions, head over to the Slack community and I'm happy to help out and answer.